Yeah. This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it. Cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest, every story got layers. Everybody got opinions, I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I get my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Yeah. This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it. Cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest, every story got layers. Everybody got opinions, I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves, who's just chasing views. Some call it gossip, I call it research. Connecting every dot before I get my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up. Smoke News TV. We back in the building.
What's good, everybody? Oh, you can't make this up, right? You can't make it up, man. Everybody that's coming in the building, do me a favor, man. Smash that like, that hype, and subscribe to the channel. Don't know what you're waiting on. Shout out to all my mods in the building, man. Y'all know who y'all are. Shout out to all my mods. Shout out to all the new subscribers. I appreciate everybody that's subscribing to the channel, showing the love. Shout out to all my members. Team Smoke. Everybody got their membership. Shout out to y'all. I mean, if y'all want to be part of get Team Smoke, get the membership, be part of the gang. We do these lives, man. Yeah, we be hype over here, man. Be part of the gang. But shout out to everybody, though, man. If you want to support the channel, also, there's a Cash App on the banner. There's also a Super Chat. You can support it by the Super Chat. And, yeah, we got to talk about this Nolan Wells, man. Now, Mama Love getting hate mail and all this now. Oh, yeah, let's get to your chest. Hold up. Hold up. That guilty conscience bumping y'all chest. I can't sleep at night. Y'all like, yeah, y'all scared to death. Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Now Mama Love getting hate mail all of a sudden. You can't make this up, man. Now it's another video. Then I tell you they're gonna drop a new video every goddamn day. So now it's all of a sudden we got a new video of somebody in the middle of the water, look like they talking to somebody. Look like obviously he's a black person, but we don't know if it's Nolan or not. So now there's another video swimming around. It's a lot of shit going on, man. Now they saying the medical person that does the autopsy and all that. Shout out to Secret Sam. Oh, he did his research on this lady. We're gonna get to about this lady too. The lady that does the autopsy and all that, the medical person, whoever who does the body and all that. Well, the person that got hired to down there to do his body, well, allegedly, and everything I say on this video is alleged. Allegedly, she's known not to do the right thing. I'm gonna say it that way. Huh, yeah, if it's a crime, oh, she'll make it seem like it's accidental. Yeah, allegedly. Just according to the lady that's doing the body over there in Ocean Spring, or that had done a body. I don't know if they done a body yet. We don't know what the hell is going on. But I know that Secret Sam said, and everybody else saying, this lady, she's not a good no. She's no good. She's no good. So if it's a true crime, she's gonna reverse that shit and make it seem like the shit happened by accident, according to her resume. Oh, we're gonna get to that. So it's a lot of shit going on the show that we got to talk about. It's a lot of stuff going on in the case that we got to talk about. We still looking for Katie. Where is Katie? I mean, I'm still looking for her. Where she at? Like, Katie, where you at, boo? We still trying to find out where you at, boo, for real. Like, you all over the place. They got you on the dock. They got you on the island. They got you at house. They got you on making phone calls. Where is Katie? So, and we got to talk about that photo, too. Remember that photo in the pool? Well, obviously, they're trying to say that photo was like a week old or some shit like that. They try to make it seem like that photo was old with that old grown-ass man and a couple in the pool with them young college kids. Oh, yeah, they got a whole narrative behind that shit. They trying to say that shit is old. Well, a lot of people don't believe it. Oh, we're going to talk about all this. Yeah, Katie's special. She's very special. She shot out. I'm still looking for Katie, though. I ain't going to hold you. Let's get this copyright out the way, man. For the people that just coming in, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel, man. We just getting the show started, man. Share the video. Do me that favor. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description. Shout out to Millie C, man. Shout out to Millie C. Shout out to JD5. Shout out to JD Liddy. You already know, champ. Shout out to Dante. Let's get this copyright out the way. Copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description. On my channel, everything that I speak on over here is absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. Again, copyright fair use disclaimer. You can find it in my description on my channel. Everything that I speak on over here is absolutely for educational and entertainment purpose. So we're going to jump straight to it, man. So a lot of people know that they seen that, obviously, Mama Love got some hate mail, whatever, from some anonymous person because, you know, they mad as hell because how this shit going. Yeah, don't get mad how this shit going. We trying to find out the truth. So now all of a sudden y'all want to start saying that, sending hate mail? You better hope we don't find out who y'all are, because not for nothing, we're going to bomb y'all on the internet for doing that. That part. So, yeah, she got some hate mail that's going on right now, obviously, that y'all see. We understand they mad, they frustrated. We understand all that shit, but let the games begin. We got to find out the truth. Don't be mad at Mama Love and her team trying to find the truth out. What y'all thought? Y'all thought she wasn't gonna fall for that bull for the BS narrative y'all was giving her? Y'all thought she was gonna fall for that, right? Oh, he just drowned accidentally? Nah, he ain't drowned accidentally. We ain't trying to hear that shit. So now y'all want to say hate mails. According to the hate mail, it came from Denver, Colorado. They don't got an address or where it came from, but they got the state and the city where it came from. So the FBI, I don't know, whoever sent that letter, you got to be dumb, because I've clearly heard that you heard the FBI is actually investigating any type of hate crime that's getting sent to Mama Love and her husband and their family over there. And whoever sent that, obviously they're going to find out who the hell you are. But let's get to Secret Sam, though, so we can start this show, because I got a lot to talk about. Y'all know how I get. I'm just getting myself started, man. Smash that like button for the people that just jumping in, man. Yeah, let's get the Secret Sam on. He could break down this hate crime. What the hell's going on here? Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Shout out to Secret Sam.
Disgusting coward just sent a photograph to Christine Walmsley, Nolan's mom, with Al Sharpton and Ben Crump on either side with money signs coming out of their eyes. And it's just unfathomable that somebody would send this, and how disgusting. And it just goes to show, everybody's saying this isn't about race or Mississippi. These people are like, oh, we're not racist anymore. That stuff happened in the past. Can't we just leave it in the past? No. Mississippi, you are just as bad as you ever were. It's just, maybe it's a little more hidden. Maybe it's not. But the more you try to run from your history, the more it catches up with you. And I just want to say, like she said in her post, I hope the good Lord catches this person and karma snaps you like a matchstick, like nothing, like a little twig. Because to send that to a grieving mother is disgusting. And you should be disgusted with yourself. And she even said, you didn't even have the balls to leave a return address. And that's what all these people, everybody will come after me or come after people in the comments, and they're all working under burner accounts. I think social media should make it illegal, because we're right here. You see my face. You see where I am. Yet you cowards, you racist cowards hitting me up in the DMs and in the comments, you guys are the ones hiding behind the hoods of social media. So I'm going to send light, love, and health out to the Wells family, out to Christine. I'm so sorry that happened. And shame on whoever sent that to her. You're a disgusting individual.
To Nolan Wells' mom. Genius that decided to send this to Nolan Wells' mom. Congratulations. I hope you made the FBI list. Because see, while you may not have given a return address, what you did do was leave some clues. See, you're from Colorado. Denver, Colorado. That's what that says. And you know what else you left? Probably some DNA. And in case you didn't hear or know, which I don't know how you didn't, the FBI is investigating threats that are being made to the families out there. So this right here is going to go right on in that pile, hopefully, and they find you. And when they find you, I hope they post you. I hope they post you so we could all point and laugh at the world's dumbest criminal for doing the most dumbest, inhumane, insensitive shit ever to a grieving mother and her family. How dare you send something like this to her in this moment when she's trying to figure out what happened to her son? I hope that they post you and make you an example. Because see, here's the tee-hee-hee of it all. Once they post you, we're going to dig up everything on you.
That's a fact. We all know what them hate mails came from. It came from y'all that's mad. Yeah, don't get mad at us, because we're trying to find out the truth for the young man. All of a sudden, we got a couple of people trolling already. Got rid of them out of block 2 already. We got more to block. Since y'all want to play these little games with the family and all this. Oh, yeah, you don't know Nolan was a Cabbage Patch kid. Well, maybe you a Cabbage Patch kid, too. Smoke your ass out of there. We blocked you out of here. I ain't even get him no time, because I ain't even start the video. But see, we ain't gonna play them type of games over here. If some people don't want to believe the story, okay, everybody got their own opinion. But one thing I know, I'm a conspiracy guy too. Don't get it twisted. I look at certain things, don't believe everything I see, what everything they tell me. I'm one of those. Why you think I got so many goddamn questions for this case? But one thing you ain't gonna tell me, that this shit, hey, this is fake news. Absolutely not fake news. We got an unalive body, where strange things happen to this body. The funeral is tomorrow, and we still didn't even get an autopsy yet. Make it make sense. I'm telling y'all, they might drop the autopsy on Monday, right when the funeral day. Ocean Springs. I won't be surprised. He said Christy wants to look so familiar, though. Christine, you said she looks so familiar? I don't know where Mama Love from. You know she's Filipino out there. I think she's what, half Filipino, some shit like that. I think she's full-blooded Filipino. You know, not for nothing, respectfully. A lot of them women's, they all look the same, the Philippines and Filipinos and shit like that. So, respectfully. I'll just say respect, because you know they said they all say we look the same shit. So know what I mean? So now come on, man. So I don't know. Now I mean all the Filipinos, they look the same to me sometimes, all the women's. But let's continue, gang. Smash that like button for the people that just coming in. We got over 100 some people in the building. We just getting started. We got to talk about everything that they put to the table, because obviously the funeral's tomorrow. So we're gonna talk about everything. Everything that's involved in the case. Because we still haven't got an arrest. But we got a funeral tomorrow. That shit is crazy to me. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we still looking for Katie too. Katie, where you at? You can always drop down and smoke news. I mean, we can always chop it up, ma. Let's continue though.
He was last officially think the truth is here. Nolan went to Horn Island with his friends on July 4th. He was last officially seen around 3 p.m. He did not return with his original group. His phone and keys did, however, return with that original group. Now, according to the friends' side of the story, Nolan had voluntarily decided to stay behind. They reportedly believed that he had planned to spend some more time with a young woman that he had been talking to. However, this is where the central contradiction in this case begins, because according to the family's attorney Ben Crump, Nolan's original friends allegedly said that he had planned to remain with this young woman. However, he also said that this young woman provided a conflicting account, and she stated that Nolan actually got back on the boat with the group of boys. A friend contacted the Coast Guard at around 11 p.m. that evening. Nolan's mom also was contacted around that same time, and then Nolan was
See, that's my problem with that whole goddamn story. Last time Nolan was seen, somebody said I'm streaming for Nolan. I'm streaming for all topics. Shout out to Miss Love. Shout out to you, Miss Love. I'm streaming for all topics. So after this one, we on the next one. If we get something tomorrow, we jumping on that topic tomorrow. You know what I mean? But obviously, the reason why I'm streaming, I'm talking about this because this is very, it's in the algorithm. It's a very touchy topic, and it's all over the place. It's nationwide. It's all over the news, man. So we got to talk about this. But anyway, that's the problem that I got. That's the problem that I have. They give us the GPS data. Yeah, the boys left at 4:30, this and that. The boys' narrative. Yeah, Nolan's still behind. He's still with a girl named Katie. So they leave at 4:30, whatever. So now they shit break down, whatever. But the last time y'all seen Nolan was at 3, an hour and a half before y'all left. Y'all telling me, as high school friends, y'all played football together, y'all homies. According to one of the brothers, little brother said, yeah, we would never harm Nolan. Nolan stood in my house for 3 years. He stood in a house for 3 years, according to them. And y'all never checked on him before y'all left during that hour and a half. But the narrative is that y'all last time y'all seen him was at 3 o'clock, but y'all left at 4:30. That's a whole hour and a half. You telling me y'all ain't seen Nolan? That's the part I don't get. Because as friends, I don't even care if I just met you 2 years ago. You're gonna make sure I'm good. I'm gonna make sure you good before I leave, right? Exactly. So that's hard for me to believe that you ain't seen Nolan an hour and a half before y'all left at 4:30. That shit is nah. That don't make no sense to me. And that's the question. That's the answers they need to do. They need to answer them questions right there. Because how nobody didn't see Nolan an hour and a half? You telling me he was hanging out with Katie and her father on a boat, the video that we seen? Because we still didn't get a timeline of the video. The second video we see Nolan on somebody else's boat. We don't know what time. We don't know what time that shit happened. Did it happen before y'all left? Or did it happen early in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock? You see, the problem that I'm having about these videos, we never get in no goddamn timeline. Last time I recall, when you record shit, there's a goddamn time and recording all that. They give you the date, all that shit on there. How the hell we ain't getting none of this shit? Ain't that kind of weird to y'all? We getting all these goddamn videos all of a sudden, but there ain't no time and no date on that shit. Every video I take, bro, not for nothing, that shit shows you the video on time. Every picture you take, it shows you the picture you took and what time and what month. How the hell we ain't getting on time with these videos? That's another thing that's kind of making this shit kind of spooky. Everybody got a phone right now. Take a picture right now. Take a video. Go back, look at an old-ass picture of the video on your phone, and it's going to show you the date and the time. No matter what. That shit could be 2 years old, that photo, that video from 2 years ago is going to show you the date and the time on your phone. They playing us in our face, man. This shit is crazy. Let's continue.
was reported around midnight. His time Around 11 p.m. that evening, Nolan's mom also was contacted around that same time, and then Nolan was reported around midnight. His body was then found at 8:45 a.m. on July 6. 2 autopsies have been conducted, one by the Mississippi Medical Examiner and one independently in Washington, D.C., which it will be interesting too to see if there's any discrepancies between the two. Right now, no cause of death or manner of death has been released. No arrests have been made, and no one has been charged, and authorities have not publicly declared his death as a homicide. Rumors out there right now are that Nolan was physically attacked by the 3 friends, that Nolan was beaten before then entering the water. It's possible that there was an altercation, there was an assault, the boat left without him, and he was left in the water. There's a possibility that he did get back on the boat, that something happened on the boat, and then was moved via boat to another location and dumped. We always say the digital footprint will tell us everything we need to know, and in this case, I couldn't believe that more.
Let's get to this video now. That's actually all on the internet. Now, this is a video. Shout out to Nicole Everything. She's getting a lot of these videos on her social media platforms. Shout out to Nicole Everything. Go follow her on Instagram. She's getting a lot of little information here and there off this case. She's getting videos, all types of shit over there. So shout out to her, man. But there's another video swarming through the internet now that actually she just dropped. Now, I don't know. You really can't tell that's Nolan in the water or whatever. But see, the thing that's getting me upset, why are we getting these videos now? And why these videos ain't goddamn clear, yo? Like, for real, I'm being honest, man. That's like the videos with the aliens and shit. We be seeing videos of them. That shit don't never be clear. Why every time we get videos of true crime shit like this, these shits don't be clear all of a sudden? The videos don't be clear. Certain parts be all blurry and shit. Look at Carmelo Anthony's situation. We got a whole blurry-ass fight on the bleachers. We can't tell what the hell is going on. I don't understand that. For some strange reason, we get these videos every time they got something to do with a true crime. But when it's hip-hop, oh, we get 4K. Can we all agree with that? When it got something to do with hip-hop, oh, every video we get with hip-hop on the Unalive, that should be 4K. You see everything on the hip-hop murder, on the murder true crime shit. But when it comes to shit like this, when it plays a little bit of race, allegedly, and everything I say is alleged. When it comes to a little bit of race involved in all this, we get blurry videos, blurry pictures. Oh, let it be hip hop. Let it be an artist. We get 4K. We get 1080 videos off the shooting off the hip hop artists. I mean, we get all that shit off of hip hop. But when it comes to true crime, for some strange goddamn reason, we always get some blurry shit. Always. I don't understand that shit. I just don't. I never would get it. I don't understand it. Why all of a sudden phones be blurry when the true crime or something is happening? I don't understand it. But peep this shit out. Now, this is another goddamn video swarming through the internet. Once again, it's a blurry video. They saying allegedly this might be Nolan in the shadow water. Now, let's not forget there was other black kids, young adults also on the island. I don't know about black grown-ass men, but they saying there was mostly other black college kids on the island also. But let's play this video right quick, man. This shit is bugged out. Every day we getting a goddamn video now. You can't tell shit. You can't tell nothing, man. You really can't tell. All thing you see is a young black man over there talking to some white kid or white something. That's all you see. Shout out to Miss Special, man, for jumping in the building. Make sure y'all follow me on Kick. I'm also live on Kick. Go follow me on Kick. Make sure y'all smash that like button while y'all coming in the building. We got over 200 some people in the building so far. We're talking about this Nolan Wells case. The funeral's tomorrow. So we're talking about all the evidence we got. And we breaking this shit down today before the funeral. Now we got another video, breaking news. They saying allegedly it's supposed to be Nolan in the ward over there. Somebody else got a video they sent to, I guess, social media, and it's the video they got now. There's another video that's swarming in the internet. Now they saying every goddamn black kid in the water, they saying it's Nolan now. You see, this the shit that's pissing me off. Now you're gonna tell me every black kid in the water is Nolan now? You can't make this shit up, boy. And we don't even get a good vision of this goddamn video. Domo I zoomed in yesterday. It's Nolan and Katie. Let me find out that's Katie, man. That's what I said, Miss Special. Why the hell we always get these blurry ass videos? Let have been a hip hop artist got unalive last night. That video come out about Tuesday, clear as hell. Every time we get a true crime shit that got something to do allegedly with some black and white racist thing alleged that they want to push, that's getting pushed out there, I'm gonna say it that way, we always get blurry pictures and videos. Always. Never fails. Let have been some hip hop artists or something like that. We'll get that shit 4K, hands down. Ain't nothing changed. You don't even see shit in this goddamn video. You don't see nothing. I don't see shit. Man, that video ain't telling me shit. Straight up, man. That's why I'm getting mad. That's why I said we're going to go through all this. We're going to go back to the Coast Guard. We're going to do all this shit because, like I said, man, stop giving us these videos with these blurry visions. I'm tired of it. Give somebody out of the 100 goddamn people that was celebrating 250 years of America, 4th of July weekend on the island. Y'all telling me none of y'all goddamn people that was drinking Stella, Coors Light, getting loopy, none of y'all ain't got a clear video? After 4 p.m., after 4:30 p.m., when the boys allegedly left, whatever? Because that's what the GPS boat want to tell us. Nobody on that island got a clear video of Nolan. See, this is the shit they're going to say. Everybody put their phones away on the boat because, that's one of the things we do when we go on the island. No, people want to take pictures and videos also. That's something that people do all the time now. You can't help it. You're going to pull your phone out and start taking pictures and videos. Nobody got a better vision of goddamn Nolan with his friends. Nobody. That's why some people think this shit, oh, man, this is fake news. How nobody ain't got no goddamn video. I'm starting to question that shit too now. I ain't gonna say it's fake news, but goddamn, how the hell we ain't got a clear video of Nolan and his friends, the boys? Not 1 o'clock, not 2 o'clock, not 12 o'clock, not 3 o'clock, not 4 o'clock, not 4:30 after they left. We ain't got no pictures or videos during all them hours. They got there by 10 o'clock in the goddamn morning. We ain't got no videos of them doing all. The only thing we got is taking the picture on the boat. That's all we got. That's the first picture we got that's clear. Nolan taking a picture with them on the boat. But we ain't got no videos, no photos, none of that shit during all them hours. That's impossible. Those are college kids, bro. College kids take videos and pictures all goddamn day. And put it on their little Snapchat, Instagram, and all that shit. How the hell you gonna tell me in 8 hours college kids wasn't taking no pictures and no videos? But you got old ass, fat ass marshmallow, pardon me, pops over there. The fathers on the boat, they taking videos and shit. And you telling me these young kids ain't taking no videos and no photos? That's a lie. For 8 hours. We can't get now one goddamn video photo for 8 hours since they've been on that island. Clear. I mean, a clear one. You know why? Because they deleted them shits off their goddamn phone, the boys. And for the other people on the island, they not on Nolan's side, obviously. They on the other side. Because people got pictures and photos. Get the hell out of here with this shit, man. Tired of this shit, man. They out there celebrating 250 years of America, 4th of July weekend. You telling me nobody wasn't celebrating with the phones up? Stop it. Stop it. That's 4th of July, man. Everybody got their phones up taking pictures and photos and videos. Waiting on the autopsy. Exactly, Stephanie Young. That's what I'm saying. The funeral tomorrow, and we still don't got an autopsy. Make it make sense also. What y'all hiding? Shit is wicked, man. That don't make no sense. Hundreds of people on the island and nobody got a video or photo during the time they arrived at the island, early morning, about 10, we're going to say 10:30, all the way till the boys left at 4:30. We don't got no type of videos of Nolan bugging out, having fun. Nah, I mean, you know how niggas doing. Nah, I mean, why we ain't got no video of that? What they hiding? What the hell was they like? What they hiding in these videos, bro? FBI got everything. That's what I believe. Shit is wicked, bro. Try to get y'all membership. Be down with Team Smoke, man. Smash that like button. We got 120 likes in so far, man. Let's get them likes up. Let's continue though, man, because we ain't done.
Picture right here may have just broke this.
Now I know that picture look crazy, right? Pause. But that's a clear vision of the video they gave us of Nolan being on another boat. Somebody put this shit like in 4K type shit. And that's clearly Nolan. So now we know that's Nolan on another boat with the same swimming trunks he got on, because that's exactly the same one he took on the boat with the pictures with his white friends. The same exact trunks. That's Nolan on the boat with a whole nother people. And we don't know who them people is. People saying that's Katie's father that he was on the boat with. The white girl he was with. Let's continue though. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video.
This case, unless Nolan Wells has a twin, this picture right here may have just broke this case wide open. You remember these shorts? Nah, watch this whole video because there's a lot going on, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, Nolan's mom was calling for people to send in pictures or videos that they have from 4 o'clock that day. Well, this picture is actually from a video. They panned the video across, and there's a person that believed to be Nolan Wells, we're not sure, on the boat, and it's called Little Daddy. But there's more to the story. Now, people are speculating that that is Katie's boat or Katie's family boat that he's on there. Why has nobody said anything or whatever? If this is him on this boat, whose ever boat it is, why haven't they said anything? But that's not all. They do have pictures that haven't been confirmed, but there are pictures that I saw with Nolan. It looks like Nolan and with someone with the blonde hair, woman in the actual water around this time. So it's possible that he didn't get on the boat, but it's possible they know what happened to Nolan Wells, and we don't, and I don't like it. Member in Katie's family who is allegedly on the run right now, and that person could be the person that did something to Nolan Wells. This person was seen on a boat with Nolan and has deactivated Facebook and all their social media all of a sudden. Watch this whole video because this is crazy. You telling me Katie family? So everybody knows that the story goes that Nolan left his friends to go say he was going to stay with Katie, but then Katie said he went back with his friends. Now stay with me because it get crazy. Now y'all remember this picture and everybody was saying, was this Nolan? But check this out. Here's a better picture. This person right here is allegedly Katie's dad. Same person as you can see here, and this is Katie, profile picture. He's dad. Better picture. This person right here, here's a better.
You can clearly see that's Nolan. That's Nolan. That's the same trunks. We talked about this shit last night. You can clearly see that's the young man with the same trunks on. The picture he took on the boat with his white boy friends, with all of them sitting on the boat. Those are the same trunks, bro. And that's a great picture right there. But see, the thing is, who the hell is these people he on the boat with? And what time was this? Because like I said last night, what you gonna tell me? Nolan, he wore the same trunks 2 summers in a row? He wore the same trunks 2 4th of July in a row, right? No, I can't believe that. So if they're gonna say, "Oh, this is last year picture, whatever," he was. Remember, his mom said he visited that island a couple times. So this not the first go around Nolan been there with the same friends. We're not gonna say this is last year. I don't see him wearing the same trunks 2 summers in a row. He's a young college kid, man. He's trying to trying to go handle, see the girls and all that. You ain't gonna tell me that shit. This is the same day, the same day, the same on. We just don't know what time. But who is these people? Is this Katie people? That's why I get mad at the goddamn sheriff of the town. How are you not questioning these people? What time was this? What time did he left? What time he arrived on this boat? What he was doing on the boat? Who do he know on the boat? These are questions you need to ask them. How do y'all know Nolan? Why the sheriff ain't go question these people on this boat? We don't even know who the hell these people on the boat. Come on, man. That's Nolan. You got to remember, Nolan half black and half Filipino. So when the summertime hit, nigga, that little nigga get dark as hell, nigga. Filipinos get dark too. Don't get it twisted. Nolan's the dark. He get dark in the summer. That's like I get dark as hell. You keep me under that sun. I get dark too. It's that good skin, baby. That's Nolan on that boat, though, man. That's Nolan on a boat. We need to find out who the hell the people on the boat that Nolan is with. So the sheriff, you need to do your goddamn job, and that's a goddamn shame if that sheriff still have his job because you haven't got an arrest for tampering on with evidence on the phone. Nothing. You didn't even question these people. You know why? Because y'all all having cheers. All y'all downtown having cheers together. Y'all all in cahoons with each other, and all y'all know each other allegedly. That's what the hell is going on here. This shit is bullshit, man. Pardon my language, but it's bullshit. Who the hell is these other people Nolan's on the boat with? You can't make this shit up, man. I said, well, the family said Nolan just met Katie that day. That's even daddy's boat. That's what I'm saying. He just met Katie that day. I'm telling y'all what happened, bro. If it's true that he stood behind with them people, which is kind of hard to believe, because why them people ain't getting questioned? Like, what's going on here? Do his boys got something to do with him being unalive on that boat? Did Katie's father, have a tantrum and got too drunk and attacked Nolan and end up unaliving him? Because this is a grown man we talk about. We don't know the grown man history, meeting the guy that owned this boat, allegedly Katie's father. We don't know his history. What's his history? We don't know he probably hate people, alleged. Everything I say is alleged. But you got to look at these people's background. They've been around a long time. So maybe he attacked Nolan. Maybe he had a group of friends with him also. They attacked Nolan, whatever. Nolan hit his head on something or got a conscience. They panicked. Now they're trying to cover it up. Or maybe he didn't like Nolan talking to his daughter, Katie. Got too drunk, started talking crazy to Nolan, like, who are you? Man, listen, it could be a lot of questions behind this. Because who is these people on the boat that's Nolan actually over there chilling with? If that's Katie's father, okay. Why he's on your boat? If he just met your daughter that day, why he's on the boat, and then what happened afterwards? When his boys left, what happened? Somebody said that's Evan's boat. Miss Special said that's one of the friends' boat. If he had no ride, he would have asked Katie to go on a boat, and maybe that's when something happened. Shout out to TCP for dropping that comment. He said maybe he went to Katie to get a ride. And at the meantime, he probably was trying to holler at Katie too. That part, that's possible. Let's continue though, man. That's definitely Nolan on that boat. I don't care what nobody say. You can't lie. You can't fool me with the trunks, bro. That's the same exact trunks. That ain't the same trunks he wore last year. Nah, I ain't going by that shit. Every 4th of July, nigga, I don't wear the same trunks I'm going to swim. I go buy me a new pair. That part. Let's continue.
Better picture. This person right here, person could be the person that did something to Nolan Wells. This person was seen on a boat with Nolan and has deactivated Facebook and all their social media all of a sudden. Watch this whole video because this is crazy. You telling me Katie family? So everybody knows that the story goes that Nolan left his friends to go say he was going to stay with Katie, but then Katie said he went back with his friends. Now stay with me because it get crazy. Now y'all remember this picture and everybody was saying, was this Nolan? But what? Check this out. Here's a better picture. This person right here is allegedly Katie's dad. Same person as you can see here, and this is Katie's profile picture. Now follow me. Now remember, this is Lil Daddy boat. Now there was an altercation that happened, they're saying at 5 p.m. on Lil Daddy's boat. And what they're saying, here it is. One of my passengers, pretty certain he was part of the group, he being Nolan, that was fighting around 5 p.m. This is the first possible lead that we have that says Nolan around 5 p.m. was still there. Now, could Katie's father have been mad that he was with a black girl or that his daughter was with a black man and did something? I don't know, but it's sounding crazy and I don't like it.
That's possible. Because then I tell you, when they start getting loopy, they start talking crazy. Yeah, so yeah, how you know my daughter? This and that. Start answering you questions, start talking crazy about you, and Nolan there by himself. He ain't got his friends with him or nothing. Is that possible? Did them grown mans unalive Nolan? Did the grown man unalive him besides the boys? But why the boys would lawyer up? You see, we could throw the narrative that maybe the grown man that Nolan was on a boat with, maybe they had a little fight. The grown man and his friends, his fellow friends might attack Nolan, allegedly. But then you got to think about why would his friends lawyer up there if that's the narrative that he got attacked on the island by somebody else. Why will y'all lawyer up so fast? Why will y'all hire all this ever? Like all the movement, all the motion, all the movie I was doing, that shit was suspicious as friends. So we can't even go by that somebody else probably attacked him. Maybe y'all probably played a part of it too. We don't know. Because as a friend, I'm not gonna go lawyer up if somebody else unalive my friend. I ain't got nothing to hide. What the hell I'm going to get a lawyer for? Come on, that makes sense. He said because they know that they white and he's black and they live in Mississippi. Yeah, but you get the story that I'm trying to tell you. Say the narrative is that actually Katie's father and his friends unalive Nolan. And Nolan's friends actually ain't got nothing to do with it. Now we be like, oh damn, they was telling the truth and all this. But we can't even say that because these little niggas lawyered up right away, less than 24 hours. They didn't take no time lawyering. And I mean, yo, mom, we did a lawyer right away. Not 1 day, not 2 days, not 3 days, less than 24 hours, the kids lawyered up. Their parents made them do that. But see, the thing is, if y'all kids are innocent, there's no reason for them kids to lawyer up. There's no reason. If something else happened on the island, say somebody else attacked him, or somebody else did something, or we don't know who these other people are, there's no reason why his friends will lawyer up. Y'all showing that y'all goddamn guilty. That's the problem. So it's either y'all know something, y'all seen something, or y'all was involved in something. That part. Those are the only three things I could think of. Y'all seen something, y'all know something, or y'all was involved in it. I'll sit back and wait. There's no other reason why y'all kids lawyered up. There's no other reason. No other reason. What the hell y'all hiding for? Y'all ain't got shit to hide. That's y'all friend. Let's continue, gang. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. We got 137 likes, man. Let's get 150 likes. Do me that favor. Smash that like button. Try to get your membership. Be part of Team Smoke. Smash the like button. Cash App is in the banner also if you want to support the channel. Super chat also. Let's continue. Smash the like button, though. That junk is free.
And Stacy Turner is the medical examiner in Mississippi. And here's the reason we can't trust her. Because allegedly, she is famous.
I want y'all to hear this clearly right here. The person that examined his body, allegedly, her name is Stacy Turner. Well, allegedly, Stacy Turner known to be doing a lot of bullshit. Yeah, that part. Let's hear what Secret Sam got to say about it. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video.
Service Sam here for Nolan Xavier Wells, and Stacy Turner is the medical examiner in Mississippi. And here's the reason we can't trust her. Because allegedly, she is famous for ruling things accidental, like Terrence Reed, the kid who was found unalived in a park hanging, you know what I mean? He unalived himself, of course, which the family does not believe this. There's also another kid, Shannon Wilson, a young man who she mishandled this autopsy as well, who was pushed into water by some racist friends. He drowned. She ruled it, shocker, accidental. She is famous for doing this. So that is why they had to get an independent autopsy, allegedly, because you have to see that is why this is all about race. Because from the medical examiner, from the sheriffs, from the lawyers, from the DAs, from the Governor Tate Reeves, did you see that he did blackface in college? Like, they're all part of this.
I didn't even know that. Somebody put that in the chat yesterday. It was like, yo, Smoke, you ain't know about the governor. He did a little blackface out when he was in college. I read that shit. I was like, oh, this was about before I was about to get off yesterday. And that's crazy to me. That the governor, because remember, we got the interview. Remember, he did a little press conference. Yeah, I don't know nothing about the case. You know, let the law enforcement do their job. I ain't seen nothing yet. Yeah, how the hell you don't know nothing? You're the governor, and this is a high profile case that's all over the news, CNN all over. I forgot, Mr. Governor, you running around with KD too, huh? That allegedly, right? Oh, you too busy with KD too. You don't know nothing either. Come on, man. But we got a governor that used to do blackface in college. I don't even need to speak no more about that. We already know your background. Once we ain't even got to speak about that no more. We already know. So we already know you teamed up with, with them. Yeah, that part, Mr. Governor, allegedly. That's crazy to me. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's crazy.
And that he did blackface in college, like, they're all part of this. And that's why we need justice for all these people. Thank you. Xavier Wells update. And here's something interesting about the infamous pool photo.
Y'all remember the infamous pool photo? This one? The one we got two grown-ass people in the pool with them, but they don't want to give us a timeline of when this pool party happened? They don't want to give us a timeline about this shit. Two grown-ass couple in the pool with all these young kids. And somebody would say that ain't Nolan. I'm going to keep it real with you. That is Nolan in that pool. That's Nolan in the pool. We just don't know the timeline of this shit. Remember, Nolan spent the night before. July 4th was on a Saturday. Nolan spent the night at their house on Friday. And they all left 9 o'clock in the morning to the island. So let me refresh everybody's mind. Nolan spent the night at their house on Friday. Whoever house there was, he spent the night there. And they all left together the following morning to the island. So we don't know if this pool party was the day before. It might have been Friday. They might have been all partying, whatever, the day before 4th of July. I could see that happening. A lot of people party before you gotta remember, they out of college, they celebrating, they don't go back to school till next month or so. Nolan spent the night, whatever. They got the pool party going on. None of them got to go to school. They probably got their little work jobs, whatever. But who these grown ass couples in the pool with them? So okay, if this picture wasn't on 4th of July, okay, we could accept that. What y'all gonna say? It was last week? Nah, this picture from the day before. This picture's from Friday, I guarantee you. Because they were celebrating 4th of July the day before at somebody's house at the pool. Guarantee you that shit. Let's continue though. But this is the picture that Secret Sam's about to speak about. Pete, what do you got to say about this shit?
Is that they were saying it was Secret sort of Sam here with a Nolan Xavier Wells update. And here's something interesting about the infamous pool photo is that they were saying it was from June 27th. But you can change the metadata on a picture on your phone because everybody thought that that picture was posted, which it was, in a July 4th carousel and then quickly deleted. But then everybody was saying, no, it was taken on June 27th, or even some people were saying it was taken 2 weeks before that. It says, yes, you can change a photo's metadata on an iPhone to display a different date and time. This is a built-in feature in the iOS Photos app, allowing you to update both the date and location of an image without using a third-party software. How to change a date. Open the Photos app and tap on the photo you want to change. Tap the info button, the eye icon with a circle around it to the bottom of the screen. Tap adjust date and time in the information panel. Use the calendar and clock to enter a new date and time, then tap adjust. So now, while it has been changed, the photo displays in your Photos app the underlying EXIF data, the original capture time embedded in the file, may still reveal the true date when viewed on a computer or sent via certain methods. So it is possible to change it. Now, also regarding a boat's GPS, investigators can definitely track a boat's path even if the onboard GPS is switched off and its history is deleted. Modern investigations utilize multiple overlapping layers of digital and physical evidence to reconstruct a marine vessel's journey. Deleted history on onboard navigation systems can frequently be recovered. Investigators use specialized digital forensic tools to extract raw data straight from the device's memory chips, finding the track lines and waypoints that were never truly wiped out. Right? Or even many modern boats featured advanced marine engines and internet-connected systems, engine control modules, ECMs, and modern digital VHF radios frequently log timestamps, speeds, and locations independently from the main navigation GPS. So, I say all that to say investigators will be able to figure out those other two boats, or however many, what they were up to.
And that's the thing. There was other boats out there. That's what I don't get. A lot of these boats got cameras. A lot of these boats got audio. A lot of these boats got all types of shit on them. Them niggas out there ain't driving no old ass boats. Some of them boats got cameras built inside. Just like a Tesla, they got cameras built inside. Some of these boats got the same shit. And I'm pretty much sure all them guys that was on the island celebrating 250 years of America, 4th of July weekend, I guarantee you some of these boats got cameras in their shit. Outside of it, all that. There's no way in the world, like I'm gonna continue saying, you're gonna tell me that this kid been on the island for 8 hours, from the time he arrived 10 o'clock in the goddamn morning, all the way till when his boys left at 4:30, because that's the information they're giving us. We ain't got now one clear video of Nolan celebrating, having fun on the island, running around, whatever, walking around, doing whatever he was doing. We ain't got one video of that shit. Make it make sense. He said them boats like a Tesla. I'm trying to tell you, them boats got cameras on them shits, man. They got cameras built inside and outside. Come on, I ain't trying to hear that shit. We in a new another era. These boats just like cars. And they love their boats out there, obviously. They out there every goddamn 4th of July. Make it make sense, man. Make it make sense, yo. Make it make sense. All right, what we got here? Because we going through all this shit. We going through all this. What we got here? Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go back to this interview actually. Oh no, I want to go to this interview. Hold up. I want to go to Javon and his mom interview right quick. That's the interview I want to go to because it's very interesting on what she said in this interview. Where the hell you at? Where the hell you at? Where the hell you at? I think it's this one here. Where you at? Where you at?
A lot of praying, a lot of just leaning on each other.
Now I want y'all to hear Javon mom speak about how she went to the house and all this, right? Let me tell you something. That's how I know them boys know something, or they was involved in it, or they seen something. Because there's no reason why y'all lawyered up that quick. Number one, y'all not gonna be in the house on the 4th of July, 11 p.m., sitting in the house, college kids, lights off, and watching a goddamn movie. This was Javon mom said when she got to the house. This is what they was doing when she went there. When she went there to get the phone. You tell me what college kids with a big gathering on 4th of July, 250 years of America, celebrating 4th of July. You telling me what college kids that's in the house at 11 p.m. between 11 p.m. 11:30 with the lights out and they all watching a movie? There ain't no college kids doing that, especially not these kids that they like to party the way their character is. Exactly. Only nerds do that shit. Only nerds. And we could clearly see that Nolan white friends are not no nerds. They love to party. So y'all not gonna hit us. The reason why y'all was in the dark, y'all was nervous. Y'all was acting nervous. Y'all ain't know what to do. All of y'all stood with the script, especially Katie. So whoever the female that knew the keys was on top of the Xbox, how the hell you know that? It's either you was there earlier that day or you spent the night that following on the day before. Because remember I told y'all Nolan spent the night there Friday. His mom clearly said that. He didn't pull up Saturday morning. He spent the night there the day before. So the pool party picture that we see, they want to say it's not 4th of July. I'm going to say that it's the day before. That little pool party picture that we seen. That shit happened on a Friday. They ain't got to wake up and go to school the next day. They said they chilling. Let's get to Javon's mother, though. And I want y'all to go back and hear how she breaking the shit down, how she went to the house, and how they was acting. A lot of shit was strange, man. You just got to go back and peep shit and just go back and listen to what people saying. So I don't know. Javon mom is, a lot of people said he looking at her kind of crazy, allegedly. I'm not going to say that. But let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Hey, mods, man, anybody, you know what to do. Smoke them out of here. Any disrespectful in the chat. How many likes we got? We got 163 likes. Let's get them likes up to 200 likes, gang, man. Come on. Y'all rocking with your boy and rocking with y'all. Get your membership. Beat down with Team Smoke also. Let's go.
In this moment and just taking it day by day. That's really all we can do right now. It's been hard. Every day is different. And really, every second is different, which is something people need to understand. Grief is not one emotion, right? It's multiple emotions and they're all happening at the same time. And so it's just like 1 minute I can be I can be okay like this and I can talk about it. And then the next minute I'm breaking down in tears because it's a constant reminder. Because if I'm being honest, we really just have not had time to fully grieve with everything that's going on.
This is your baby, and everyone must understand that. And just day by day, have you been hearing anything from investigators?
No, the last time I spoke with an investigator, it was Major Smith.
Hold on right quick. Somebody said something right here. Shout out to JJ. Anybody know about the iPhone can change the date and time of a photo? Anybody know phones can actually do that? Because if that shit can actually do that, they did that shit with the pool party picture and probably a lot of other pictures and videos. But I don't think you can actually edit the time and the date on photos and videos that you actually take. That's why I said a lot of these videos we getting they bullshit because they ain't got no time or date on these shits. But that's a good question because I need to go on my phone and see if I could do that shit. Actually, he said yes, our phone could. Mm, mm. They might have did that shit. That's why they was tampering with the phone. He said the data won't change on the hard drive. Okay, okay. Because remember the location also. There was two different locations on the Life 360, and then you had the Snapchat on location. And then when she got there, they was messing around with the phone. They was editing shit out. So who's we to say they was switching up the date and time on the pictures and all that? That they was taken on the island and the day before on Friday night. They was wearing meta glasses out there. I could see that. I could see a lot of them white kids got meta glasses or a lot of white adults. Cause you know, you trying to get content, you taking videos. I could see that. Shout out to Slay Guy for that 304 hitter. Forensics, that's all on the computer. Yes, my dude smoke. A lot of people said nah, can only edit in Photoshop or something. Okay, Tay. Okay, Tay. TTTV said yeah, I could do it on my iPhone. Rock said I can also get the location of the Beast by Dre too. Wait, y'all can change the date on a mother. That's what I'm trying to say, Tay. But let's continue though, man. Let's get to Javon mother speaking about when she got to the house and how strange these niggas was acting. But Mr. Big Bad Wolf Sheriff can't get no arrest, right? But they got Nolan phone in the house. You know what's crazy, gang? You know what I was thinking about before we continue? How about Nolan body was in the house unalive, allegedly, and never say everything I say is alleged. How about his body was unalive in the house when Mama Love friend Javon mother pulled up and went and got the phone? That's why they probably was all acting strange in there. Lights off, watching TV on 4th of July before midnight. Who does that? These are college kids. How about this kid body was in the house unalive? Because remember when I tell y'all, I'm not going by that shit they telling us that they was looking for him for a day and a half and his body all of a sudden washed on shore and they found him Monday morning. Remember his body was missing for a day and a half. I continue telling people allegedly, man, they brung the body back and they dropped the body off, bro. That's exactly what they did. Ain't nobody gonna wash back on shore on the same spot a day and a half. It's impossible. That body might have, man, Nolan body might have been in that house when Mama Love friend pulled up and went and got the phone. The whole time they reported him missing at 11 p.m. and all that, that shit was a throw off. You know why it was a throw off? Because they all going to the island. They not looking on land. So that give them time to cover everything up, champs. That shit just hit me. I'm like, hold up. You see, that's what happens when you smoking that Zaza. When you smoking that Zaza, yeah, you know, new clues start coming up. Hey, gang, they made the missing report. It was a 52 fake out. It was to throw them off. The whole time his body part was in the house. So they could clean up their mistakes. So now they got all the authorities focused on the island. They're not focused on the land. They're not focused at the house. So that give them plenty of time to clean up shit and do what they gotta do. In all reality, he's not really missing on an island. He's probably in their house. I'm just saying alleged. That shit just hit me in the head because I'm like, hold up. That's why they probably was acting strange when Mama Love on friend pulled up to come get the phone. Because remember, she said it was acting strange as hell. Even Pop said the same shit when he went and got the car keys. He said, yo, they was all acting weird. They couldn't find the shit. It was all like, you know what I mean? It was acting strange. Remember when Pop said that? Man, that body probably was in the house or somewhere around there. Hello. That shit was to throw their ass off. Listen, if you're going to cover up a crime, you got to remember these kids have a lawyer as a stepmother. They got a lawyer as a parent, one of them. They got another parent that's high law enforcement. These kids are not stupid nowadays. You're going to report you're not going to report the crime where the crime happened. Hello, you tell me somebody that does that. I sit back and wait. So for the people that want to act like that's not reasonable right there, no, that is. You make a missing report at 11 o'clock and say that person is missing all the way at the island. In all reality, his body is right here on the boat, somewhere in the house, because they got to cover it up, whatever the hell they did, allegedly. You got to cover your shit up now. That gives them time to do what they got to do. Right before Monday morning, Sunday late night, they went and dropped that body off somehow, somewhere. For people to act like that's not believable, let me tell you something. When you're from around that area, you grew up in that town, you know everybody in that town, you know everybody's family. Ocean Springs, they said everybody know each other. It's like a big community over there. Football, sports, everybody know each other. Hello. So when you know everything and you know everything that's going on, you know your neighborhood, you know your town, like the back of your head. You know what to do, you know how to move, you know everything. And that's exactly what them young boys did. They brought that body back to the island and dropped it off. So that 11 o'clock p.m. missing, whatever call, I don't even think he was on the island. I think that shit was a straight throw off because we heard the Coast Guard said they was out there searching on drones. Drones got body heat sensor. How they didn't find him, but you find this guy, you find the young fella a day and a half later. That shit was a throw off. It was a throw off, man. They made it seem like he was missing out there. In all reality, they had his body on the land. They allegedly murdered. They allegedly alive him, man. That's exactly what's going on here. And they try to cover everything up. That's why they was acting strange when Mama Love friend pulled up, and that's why they was acting strange when Pops pulled up. Nolan body probably was somewhere right around there, yo, allegedly. Allegedly. And I could see that. It's just sad, man. Let's hear Javon's mother speak and hear what she got to say once again. Since the funeral's tomorrow, rest in peace to Nolan Wells. Condolences to his family. Let's continue, man.
And I had reached out to him via text message. That was last Tuesday. Other than that, I have not spoken with anyone.
That is
and no one
agonizing.
has reached out.
That is shocking, first of all, but also agonizing to think that has been that much time having passed. I mean, Javon, I want to come to you because, I mean, you're his friend. You were on the island on the 4th. You were on a different boat. Do you recall seeing him at all that day?
Yes, ma'am. I did see him when I was out there on the island.
Can you tell me what you saw? Does anything seem strange to you about the difference that people are saying of how he was separated from the group?
No, ma'am. I don't think that Nolan would say, hey, bro, I'm staying with this girl on the island. Y'all go ahead and go back without even bringing it, like not even asking.
See, Javon don't believe that Nolan would do that. His father don't believe it. But see, we can't doubt as young males, as young men, to all my homies out there, sometimes we do some bugged out shit when we chasing something. When we out there trying to chase some poom poom, you know, we looking at that poom poom. We like, oh, hold up, fellas. I think I got a chance with this. Hey, yo, I'm going to catch y'all niggas back. Now, I mean, listen, we been there before. Am I lying, fellas? I'll sit back and wait. You at the club, you see a little poom poom you think you can get, you tell your fellas go on. Yo, I'm going to catch up with y'all. I'm going to hit y'all on the phone when I get back home, champ. I'm going to try to get up with this little thing right here. Fellas, am I lying? So I could see that happening. I could see that theory happening. He's telling his white friends, yo, I'll get back with y'all. He probably chasing that little poom poom. And that's probably allegedly Katie. But Javon saying that, nah, I know my man. My man ain't going to do no shit like that. Especially if he ain't got his phone with him. That's the suspicious part right there. The phone. Because not for nothing, I used to be, oh, come on, man. If I'm going to go chase some poom poom, I'm going to make sure I got my phone with me. My boys, they left now. I gotta hit them up, make sure to let them niggas know I'm good. That's the suspicious part right there. So if he did go chase the little poom poom, why he ain't have his phone and why his boys ain't hand him his phone? Remember, last time Nolan was seen was at 3 o'clock. These little, know what I mean? These little dudes, they left at 4:30. So an hour and a half, y'all didn't see Nolan before y'all left to hand him his phone? According to Javon, Nolan close friend, who's speaking, he said he can't see his boy doing that. Just sitting back, going to go chase some poom poom and not having his phone. He said, nah, I don't see my boy doing that. Let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get over 200 likes, gang.
Action to get his.
That much time having passed, I mean, can you tell me what you saw? Does anything seem strange to you about the difference that people are saying of how he was separated from the group?
No, ma'am. I don't think that Nolan would say, hey, bro, I'm staying with this girl on the island. Y'all go ahead and go back without even bringing it, like not even asking to get his phone back. You know what I mean? I don't think that any of that.
What makes you so sure about that? Because I mean, obviously you've been with him, you've spent a lot of time with him. Did you know him to be someone to leave his phone or even say, you guys go without me?
Never. I've never known Nolan to stay back while his friends leave. He's always been a guy where if he rode with you, he's going to come back with you. That's always how he's been every single time.
You know, this friend of his, Trayston, also told ABC that that video people have been talking about that was said to show some sort of altercation, it did not involve Nolan. He says it was actually him yelling in the video and that you and a family member were holding him back because he'd been in a fight. Is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am. We were calming Trayston down. In that video where he said, give me my effing phone back, it sounds like him. So I'm pretty sure that he was right on that, but...
Javon, I'm so sorry to think about what you must be going through and thinking about what's happened to Nolan. I mean, you mentioned a phone. Tashima, a huge question so many people have is why he would have left his cell phone behind. And you say you were the person who actually went and retrieved that phone for the family. How'd you get your hands on the phone? Where was it?
That is correct. Christine called me and told me, hey, where are the boys? Nolan hasn't been heard from since such and such time. Where are your boys? I said, well, Javon is with his girlfriend, and I just spoke with Jalen, and they are headed to downtown, which I was literally getting ready to get in the shower to go downtown as well. She said, well, Nolan hasn't been. So I instantly called with Christine on the phone, Javon. Javon said no, he hadn't seen Nolan since early on the island. And he was like, what? Are y'all serious? He was like, yes. And so Christine intervened in the conversation.
So Javon said he haven't seen Nolan since early on the island. We need a timeline. A timeline plays a big part of all this shit, not for nothing. Because Nolan moving around. He's shaking on the island. He moving around. I mean, he checking out the little pool. Oh, man, Nolan being Nolan. He doing what he do. So he moving around on the island. He doing what he do. That's why I said this shit plays a big part when it comes to the timeline of anybody seeing Nolan on the island moving like he do, shaking and baking on the island, doing what he do. But we need a timeline. None of y'all people wasn't looking at your phone. None of y'all got watches. Y'all ain't got iWatch, the Apple Watch and none of that. Come on, man. We need a time, bro. Because what's the last time Javon seen them on the island? Respectfully, Javon, you gotta give us a timeline. What time? Was it before 4:30? Before the boys left? Because the boys, when I say the boys, it's the people that he arrived on the island with, meaning Nolan, the three white friends. They said last time they seen him was at 3 o'clock. So what was the last time you seen them? Because a timeline plays a very important. It's very important, pardon me, in this case. Because we got to understand where Nolan was at, what time, where boats he was over here hanging out at, all that shit. All that shit adds up. Everything adds up. And we only got to look for him before 4:30. Because the boys left at 4:30. Shit, it doesn't make no sense, bro. I believe Nolan was a multiple level target, jealousy and envy at the base with his academic sports and his charm. She lying. Her old ass was going to the party with some youngins. Hey, Rock saying that Javon Mon allegedly was going to go party with the YNs. He said you don't see the play with Javon. No poom poom getting ass. I said. That's why I'm bringing Javon up. Because I'm saying this. Javon's mother gonna protect her kids no matter what, if they right or wrong. Her right there, she's gonna protect Javon either he right or wrong. So if he do know something or he seen something, she's gonna protect Javon no matter what. She's not gonna tell the homegirl, Mama Love, Nolan Mom, the truth. If Javon even knows something or heard something or seen something, anything, or involved with something. This shit crazy, man. Because it's a lot of people probably do know shit. Javon. He said, man, players having fun ain't checking for the no time till it's time to go home. I believe he went back on a different boat. He said J.O. said there was two boats tied together when he returned from the fight. He said he was away for 15 or 20 minutes. That's a fact. They said she bumped his arm when he was asking about seeing Nolan. Yeah, you see her going like this a little bit. I don't know what I mean, what was all that shit about, but I don't know, man. Let's continue though. His daddy's the police. I got 10 racks. I will pay the platform if I'm lying. Shout to Rock. Let's continue.
Said, were your boy Christine on the phone, which I was literally getting ready to get in the shower to go downtown as well. She said, well, Nolan hasn't been. So I instantly called with Christine on the phone, Javon. Javon said no, he hadn't seen Nolan since early on the island. And he was like, what? Are y'all serious? And we was like, yes. And so Christine intervened in the conversation, said, Nolan has not been heard from since he left the island. So Javon was like, well, that's when I seen it. I haven't seen it since then. Again, everybody go their separate ways. So I then hang up from Javon because obviously there's nothing he can say to tell me anything. So then Jalen, I call him. Jalen did not answer the phone. Christine again is on the phone. Jalen did not answer the phone. LeBaron, he didn't answer the phone. I called LeBaron, which is their other friend, LeBaron Broomfield. He answered. He said, Jalen is in the gas station. Hold on. So he said, hey, Jalen, Mom on the phone. So he's like, Jalen, what's up, Mom? What's going on? I was like, hey, have y'all heard from Nolan? They said, no, we have not heard from Nolan.
But where was the phone?
So I was like, well, okay. So that's when we started tracking the phone. Well, for Christine, it said one place, but for them on Snapchat, it showed another place. So that's the place we went to. And it showed that everybody that was in the house, it was like a lot of people there. Like I'm not familiar with all the kids. I only know like one or two there. But it showed that the phone was at what a lot of people were at. So that's how we knew where to go to. We went there. They were all there. They were sitting there, lights off, watching TV.
They was sitting there, lights off, watching TV on 4th of July. What college kids does that? I sit back and wait on that. Especially white college kids that like to turn up and party the way that we looking at all these pictures. Nothing wrong with it, respectfully, because all college kids, they like to party. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. What you gonna tell me that they just left the island partying? Partying. Remember, they over there partying. They not over there looking at the sun, getting a little tan and shit. Yeah, yo, Steve, you getting a nice tan over there? Yeah, I'm getting a nice tan over here, Jim. You think they was doing that? No, they over there partying. They getting loopy on the island, all that. When they done, they carry that shit on back to the house. But for some strange reason, they in the house in the dark watching TV when Mama Love friend pulled up to come get the phone. You know why? I'm gonna go back to 10 minutes of what I said. 20 minutes, then there 20 minutes ago. What did I just tell y'all? Is it a possibility that Nolan's body was at their house on land? That's why they was acting so suspicious? Because remember, he got reported missing on the island, but his body was never found for a day and a half. Make it make sense. And one of the parents was there with the kids when they was watching TV in the dark. Who handed the phone over to Mama Love Fred? One of the parents, not the young kids. Nobody. None of Nolan friends handed the phone. They didn't explain. They didn't talk to her. They all sat there, watched movie in the dark while their friend is missing on the island. Make it make sense. On 4th of July, you sitting in the dark watching TV and your friend is missing on the island? Let me ask y'all another question, right? Y'all remember when Nolan's father did the press conference, the step pops, whatever? And y'all remember when he said that none of his friends got boats and none of that? Nolan white friends got boats. They fathers got boats. They families got boats. Why they didn't go out there with the Coast Guard and go try to look for Nolan also? Can I ask y'all that question? Why they didn't volunteer to go look for Nolan? They all got boats. That's what they do. Why Nolan, none of his white friends volunteered to go look for him while he was missing? I'm pretty much sure you can have, they didn't go look for him at all during them day and a half. And they know about the water. They drive the boat, so they know about all that shit. They know how to ride a boat and everything. Why they didn't go volunteer looking and go look for Nolan for the whole day and a half? From July 4th, Sunday, and then his body got found on Monday. But why didn't they go look for his body going into Sunday morning? None of it. They ain't do nothing. If I know how to drive a goddamn boat and I've been doing this shit my whole life with my family, I'm going out there to go try to go find my homie. That same night. I'm not going back on land to go park my boat, go hang out at the house, and go chill and all that, knowing that my friend is missing on the island. That doesn't make no sense. Hey, Mary Land, I'm going to get you a little famous. Oh, my God. What's wrong with people? Leave this family alone. What family? We trying to find out the truth what happened to their son. We not over here cracking jokes. What you think? It's a comedy or show, son? Nah. We just bring some entertainment involved with all the lies that they bring into the story. So what we got to do to them lies that they bring to the story, Miss Maryland Rogers? You got to laugh at it. What you want us to sit here and cry? No, because they lying in front of our face. So we laugh at it. The family needs justice. Obviously, hold up, Miss Maryland Rogers. Last time I recall, I don't see the law enforcement doing their job. It's been 2 weeks already. Respectfully, Maryland. We ain't get an autopsy. We ain't getting nothing for 2 weeks. And the funeral is tomorrow. If that was your son or vice versa, how would you feel? So for that being said, I'm gonna get you out of here, man. Bugged out. Smoke, I get you out of here. Let's continue. Oh, leave the family alone. Oh my God. Like we over here taunting the family. We ain't taunting the family. We over here trying to find justice the same way every other platform is doing. The same way the news are doing. Well, I ain't gonna say them. The same way his family is doing. Come on, man. Marianne, man, if you don't go to sleep, exactly. It's past your bedtime, Mary Lane. Mary Lane, whatever. You got a name. You got a name from like 1950s out here, girl. I don't know no girl name that got a name like that right now. Imagine being in the house. Yo, Mary Lane. Yo, man, maybe Sonny eat Mary Lane. Hey, maybe Sonny eat Mary Lane. That's just some old school shit for real. That's an old school name right there. I ain't gonna hold you. That old school name. Shout out to Stutter G for the $5 super chat, man. He said, "Why they have to notify the body by general when they already had the picture of him?" That part. We trying to figure that shit out too. And not for nothing, Mr. Big Bad Wolf, the sheriff from the town, the first time he seen a body, the first thing he said, there wasn't no crime involved. That tell you right there, that's some bullshit going on. Let's continue though, man. Shout out to Mary Lane, man. Let's continue, gang.
After he didn't answer the phone, I called LeBaron, which is their other friend, LeBaron Broomfield. He answered. He said, Jalen is in the gas station. Hold on. So he said, hey, Jalen, Mom on the phone. So he's like, Jalen, like, what's up, Mom? What's going on? I was like, hey, have y'all heard from Nolan? They said, no, we have not heard from Nolan.
But where was the phone?
So I was like, well, okay. So that's when we.
Yeah, I remember that part when the lady said, "Where was the phone?" She don't want to hear none of this shit Javon mom is saying. She's trying to figure out what the hell is the goddamn phone and what's going on. Let's continue.
When we started tracking the phone, well, for Christine, it said one place, but for them on Snapchat, it showed another place. So that's the place we went to. And it showed that everybody that was in the house, it was like a lot of people there. Like it was, I'm not familiar with all the kids. I only know like one or two there, but it showed that the phone was at what a lot of people were at. So that's how we knew where to go to. We went there. They were all there. They were sitting there, lights off, watching TV.
Did they immediately give you the phone? Because knowing that phone was there.
It took about 15. They did. They gave me the phone, but it took about 15 minutes to get the phone because
They took 15 minutes to handle the phone. Now, when we get to Pops, remember when Pops said they took about 15 minutes looking for the key also? I'm telling y'all, they was panicking that whole night. That boy body wasn't on an island the day they reported him missing, bro. His body was right somewhere around there. That's why they was acting the way they was acting also. I believe his body was in one of them houses. Wherever house they was at, I believe Nolan body was there, bro. I really believe that because I believe he got unalive on land. I'm telling y'all, man. He ain't get unalive on the island, man. He didn't. The GPS boat, let's make this clear. That shit don't tell us that Nolan was on a boat. That just tell us what time they left and what time they got to the land. And they took a 15-minute break at a dock. And we still got questions about the 15-minute break that they took on a dock. We ain't got no videos. We ain't got shit. What they was doing during them 15 minutes. That's plenty of time to do what you got to do. Clean shit up a little bit. Now you're going back to the land. Y'all got to... the only one that lawyer up and somebody said this shit was Katie. We don't even know this girl exists, whatever. But everybody else lawyer up because they was panicking, bro. That shit ain't happen on the island. Allegedly, it happened on the land. They brought his body back to the island, allegedly. I'm just throwing this out there because the way this whole story's looking, I don't see no college kids sitting at home on 4th of July after partying on the island. And when Mama Love Frank come get the phone and they take 15 minutes and they sitting in the dark watching TV, that shit look weird to me. That's your friend. He's missing out there. Why the hell y'all sitting in the dark watching TV? And it's taking y'all 15 minutes. Those are college kids. We ain't talking no grown ass man that's tired. Yo, man, I'm tired as hell, man. I gotta take a little break over here. We ain't talking about that. We talking about some energetic, grown ass, athletic college kids. They could party all night. We been there. We was at that age once upon a time, y'all. 18, 19, 20, 21. We up all night partying, nigga. Yeah, we up all night. They doing the same thing. That's why I think his body was on a goddamn land. Think about this. They college kids that like to party. She said they walked up and the same thing. We're going to get to the Pops. The Pops said the same thing. They was all just sitting down watching TV, chilling, when he went up there and got the keys. That body was in that house, allegedly. And I'm only saying alleged because everybody else is trying to paint a picture on what the hell is going on here, and I'm trying to figure this shit out too. Ain't no college kids sitting in the house, man, on 4th of July, bro, watching TV in the dark, bro. I'm keeping it real, champs. No. They partying all night. Niggas 250 years of America. Nigga, they partying. And they got big houses with swimming pool in the backyard. We ain't talking about no projects and shit like that. No, these kids living in big-ass mansions. Mini mansions. Hello? They got pools and everything in the back. Hello? They had that body somewhere around there when both of them pulled up for the keys and the phone. That's why they was chilling like that. Let's continue. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I don't care what nobody said. That's exactly what I think happened. And they brought the body back to the alley and they laid them down for them to find them Sunday morning. Y'all got, then people gonna say, well, how the hell three young college kids gonna figure all this out? Hello, they got help. I've been said that from the first time in the video. There's no way in the world 3 college kids gonna plan this whole shit. How to unalive. I mean, how to cover up how to cover up a crime scene. Pardon me. How to cover up a crime scene. It takes help for that. People helping them. That's little Jimmy, Stevie, and Watt, nigga. They're gonna help them. They ain't got Nolan back. They got their kids back. And it's just crazy that their parents are a judge, lawyers, and law enforcement. Allegedly. We know about the judge, though. She's one of their stepmothers. This shit is spooky, man. This shit is spooky. Let's continue, though, gang. Smash that like button. We got 232 likes, 400 and some people in the building, man. Let's continue.
Because I mean anything. So then Jay was like, what? And I just spoke with Jalen. That is correct. Christine called me and told me, hey, where are the boys? Nolan hasn't been heard from since such and such time. Where are your boys? I said, well, Javon is with his girlfriend, and I just spoke with Jalen, and they are headed to downtown, which I was literally getting ready to get in the shower to go downtown as well. Mm-hmm. She said, well, Nolan hasn't been. So I instantly called with Christine on the phone, Javon. Javon said, no, he hadn't seen Nolan since early on the island. And he was like, what? Are y'all serious? And was like, yes. And so Christine intervened in the conversation, said, Nolan has not been heard from since he left the island. So Javon was like, well, that's when I seen it. I haven't seen it since then. Again, everybody goes their separate ways. So I then hang up from Javon because obviously there's nothing he can say to tell me anything. So then Jalen I call him. Jalen did not answer the phone. Christine again is on the phone. Jalen did not answer the phone. LeBaron, I called, after he didn't answer the phone, I called LeBaron, which is their other friend, LeBaron Broomfield. He answered. He said, Jalen is in the gas station. Hold on. So he said, hey, Jalen, Mom on the phone. So he was like, Jalen, like, what's up, Mom? What's going on? I was like, hey, have y'all heard from Nolan? They said no. We have not heard from Nolan.
But where was the phone?
So I was like, well, okay, so that's when we started tracking the phone. Well, for Christine, it said one place, but for them on Snapchat, it showed another place. So that's the place we went to. And it showed that everybody that was in the house, it was like a lot of people there. Like it was, I'm not familiar with all the kids. I only know like one or two people there. But it showed that the phone was at what a lot of people were at. So that's how we knew where to go to. We went there. They were all there. They were sitting there, lights off, watching TV.
Did they immediately give you the phone? Because knowing that phone was there.
It took about 15. They did. They gave me the phone, but it took about 15 minutes to get the phone. Because I even asked, I'm like, did y'all have to walk back to Horn Island to get the phone? Or like, where's the phone? Because it took so long when they said it was in, when Wyatt told me it was in his truck, it took him so long to get the phone back to me.
Hello. His phone was in his truck. Wyatt. Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? So the phone was in Wyatt's truck. That boy didn't get on the live on that island, yo. Shout out to Virginia Anderson for the $10 super chat. Shout out to Virginia Anderson for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Definitely do. He didn't no, it didn't happen on the island, man. That shit happened on the land, man. This kid's phone was in his truck. So let me break this down right quick before we continue. So you telling me we're gonna start from 4:30 when they left the island, right? So before y'all left the island, y'all didn't sit back and think like, yo, hold up, Nolan phone is on the boat. Nolan said he's gonna decide to stay. Last time y'all see Nolan was at 3:00, an hour and a half before y'all left. Plenty of time to give the kid back his phone, to let him know that y'all getting up out of there. So if he decided to stay, okay, that's his decision. But y'all supposed to get back his phone at least. So now y'all telling me that y'all didn't get back his phone for an hour and a half. Y'all completely left at 4:30, left the island without y'all homeboy. Not no worries at all. Be like, oh, he'll just figure it out. He told he's gonna stay back with Katie. But y'all didn't think about giving his phone back. So that's kind of suspicious. Pardon me. So then y'all headed back. Boom, boom. We know about the GPS, all that bullshit. Y'all get back to the land. Y'all report him missing by 11 o'clock. Well, Mama Love reported him missing by 11 o'clock. Now, I want to let this marry into y'all brain. Because I thought the boys reported Nolan missing. It was Mama Love that reported her son missing. Say Mama Love would have never reported her son missing quickly the way she did. Lord knows. That's a whole nother story. Because obviously them boys wasn't concerned about their friend whereabouts. But my thing is, the phone done went from the island, the boat, the truck, all the way to the house and still in the truck. Ain't nobody didn't think about calling Mama Love and them, be like, hey, we got Nolan's phone over here. Anybody want to come grab it? Before they reported him missing? Nobody never thought of that? Because y'all got home. What? We're going to say they got home a couple hours later. Y'all had plenty of time to call his mom and everybody and tell him that his phone was with y'all. And y'all left him behind. Because Nolan didn't contact his parents and told his parents he was staying behind on the island. They didn't have a clue. This shit is crazy. They didn't have a clue. So my thing is, the phone basically traveled all the way to their house into Watt truck, into one of Nolan's friend's truck. The phone traveled from the island to the boat all the way to one of the white friends' truck in front of their house. And they took 15 minutes acting like they didn't know what the phone was at. Make it make sense. That whole time, Nolan's body was right there, bro. They were just covering up. His body was in that house, allegedly. Let's continue.
There, but it showed that the phone was at what a lot of people were at. So that's how we knew where to go to. We went there. They were all there. They were sitting there, lights off, watching TV.
Did
We
they
went in,
immediately give
knocked
you
on
the
door.
phone? Because knowing that
They
phone was
did.
there.
It took about 15. They did. They gave me the phone, but it took about 15 minutes to get the phone because I even asked. I'm like, did y'all have to walk back to Horn Island to get the phone, or like, where's the phone? Because it took so long when they said it was in, when Wyatt told me it was in his truck. It took him so long to get the phone back to me.
Christine,
So when they brought the phone back,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dashima. I want to hear that.
when they brought the phone, when after I said something about it, he was like, "Well, she's going to get it." I was like, "Who's going to get it?" He's like, "The girl's going to get the phone."
Here we go with the girl narrative. Didn't I tell y'all they're going to be spinning that narrative about the girls? She said the girl said they was going to go get the phone. Let's get to his pops right quick. This shit crazy, man. I think that boy body was right in that house the whole time. You know why I think that? Because I could see this happening, right? Now we all know they parents got high profession jobs. They got high, I mean, they got some, I mean, they got high control jobs. Of being a judge, you got a lot of control, you bossy, all that. I mean, so we know these kids' parents got a nice little background with them. Now, save that Nolan accidentally got unalive or unalived in their own house and the parents panicked. Hold up. Let me make sure I'll take this off right quick. So let me tell y'all something. This is how I know I could see this happening. Allegedly. If Nolan was unalive in one of their houses, the house that it was at, and say the parent was actually the stepmother judge, the stepmother she the judge, I'm just throwing that out there because we still don't know what house he was at. I mean, we still don't know the house that they actually went and got the keys and the phone at. They still didn't tell us who house was that, who the parents and all that. We still don't know. So say that the house that they went to, right? Actually, the parents is the judge. I'm just throwing this out there. It's the stepmom. I could see this happening. Say something accidentally happened to Nolan, he got unalive, I mean by accident. I'm saying by accident. And the kids panicked. They panicked. They don't know what to do. They panicking. Stepmom see what's going on. She looking like, oh my gosh, she don't know what to do either. But she's a judge. You don't think she got connection with prosecutors, lawyers, and shit like that to tell her what to do? You think the connection she got in court with the prosecutors and lawyers that know what to do in these type of situations? You don't think she got connection with the law enforcement and shit like that? You see, you gotta understand, if this shit happened at the house and it happened by accident, she's not gonna tell them that we committed a crime over here. She's gonna tell them like, yo, this shit happened by accident, but we don't know what to do. Now, I'm not saying everybody is down with the game, but you don't think she got a certain people she could call on that note to cover this shit up? She's a goddamn judge. She been going to law school. Her and her little cheers friends been going to happy hours after having a little study and all this after on law school. So she got her connections. When you going through law school and all that, you meet people. You meet lawyers, prosecutor, judge, all that shit. And them friendships carry on. Carry on. Your friendship carries on all the way to your profession and your job. So I could see an accident happen at one of their house. They panic and now they trying to cover it up. I don't see a parent, a judge is calling the law enforcement and saying, my son committed a crime over here by accident. I think I need y'all to come to my house. You think a judge or stepmother going to actually make that type of phone call? No, she's going to protect the situation. She's going to protect all the kids in there. She's going to protect all the kids in there if it happened by accident. Or even if somebody actually did something to Nolan, she's still gonna help them people, help them kids. She got more of a connection with them kids' parents than Nolan parents. The only thing she says she did, only connection she got with Nolan mom, that they graduated from the same high school. And she put that in her statement, and everybody remember that. Everybody's partying. Nolan accidentally unalive somehow. We don't know what happened. The stepmom come downstairs. She's panicked. She looking like, what the hell happened? You think she gonna call the cops right away and lock everybody up in her house? She got her job on the line. She got to explain. She got to cover her son's footsteps. I mean, his mistakes he just did. She's protecting them before she protect Nolan. She don't know Nolan like that. She know the kids more like that. I'm just throwing this out there. If this happened at their house, because I can't see Nolan being unalive on the island, and they didn't find his body till a day and a half. That's what made me believe that Nolan was unalive, or something happened for him to be unalive, but that shit happened back on the land. That's my opinion. I'm gonna keep it like that, because there's no way in the world you're gonna be unalive on the island and they don't find your body till Monday morning. Nope, I ain't believing that. I ain't believing that shit. Let's continue though, man. Let's get the Pops though. Let's get a quick clip on when he went up there and got the keys, and they was acting strange also. The same way Javon mom said they was in the dark watching TV while their friend is missing on the island on July 4th. College kids. Make it make sense. Let's continue.
The chain of custody of this phone, like how that parent came in possession of this phone, and then explain the resistance. You said you went to the home to get the keys. I don't understand, like what kind of resistance? What was that exchange of words like? The resistance you received when you went to go retrieve his keys. Thank you.
He just acted like he didn't know where they were. He just he was like he was clueless. He was like, I don't know. I don't like. Well, just please. I was like, just please go in the room and look for me. Cause, be honest with you, at that time I was.
You see, Pop said they act like they didn't know where the keys was at. It was the same thing. It was acting like when Javon mom, when she went there and tried to get the phone. They was panicking. Let's continue.
I was very
Keys. Thank you.
He just acted like he didn't know where they were. He just he was like he was clueless. He was like, I don't know. I don't like. Well, just please. I was like, just please go in the room and look for me. Cause, be honest with you, at that time I was very emotional. No one was giving me any answer. So that situation with me and them could have went totally left field. But since those other young kids were in there, at that moment, they kept me from doing what I wanted to do. So getting them and calming them down, it helped me focus on what I was really there for, to find the keys. And like I said, when I asked him, he said he went and looked, And so when he said he couldn't find them, I do what I need. I left out of their home. And like I said, 5 minutes later, he come back out with the keys. And they didn't come back outside anymore until the police came. Because at that time, police were called because we were looking for his wallet. And then they went to the door. But other than that, when they sent the keys out, they locked everything. They didn't want nothing to do with what was outside that door. So that right there is.
When they hand them the key, they basically locked the door. They didn't want no parts. That sounds like being suspicious. That sounds like a body's in the house. It's either that or somebody moved that body on the island. I'm telling y'all, bro. We're going to go back. And we're going to go to the Coast Guard, too. It's either that or somebody moved the body on the island. That body was in that house. That's why they gave him the keys. They locked the door. They told that nigga get up out of there. Trying to what they got to hide, JJ. Why rushing Pops out of here quick? Pops wants some answers. His son was with y'all goofy asses going to the island. You don't think he want to sit there and ask y'all a couple questions? Now, this where it gets suspicious at. This is where it gets, the part that you start looking at them kind of funny. They moving kind of funny. Because the Pops want to answer. If y'all ain't got nothing to hide, just tell them. Last time we seen them, whatever, 4:30 we left. But y'all ain't moving like that. Mama Love Friend said y'all was moving funny. Pops pulled up, y'all was moving funny. Y'all took long as hell for everything. You know why? Because y'all didn't want them people looking around that house. Now y'all understand why I say I believe that Nolan was unalive in somebody's house, allegedly, or accidentally. He got unalive. It's one of them people's house. That's why they wanted them people out of there. That's why they was handing them the shit, panicking, get them out of here quick. Now, if people think they moved the body on the island, explain it to me, though. There's got to be more people connected to this, and I don't see that shit. Unless they left the body on somebody else's boat. But remember, the Coast Guard said that they went out there searching, and they had drones. You can hide a body in a boat. The drone's still going to catch the heat sensor at night, all that shit. He said that somebody sent Mama Love a voodoo doll. I don't know. They said Tay, they sent us some shit though. That's why they said that is why I believe so-called black must feel the police was supposed to check the house. That part. You just heard Pops. The police didn't even go in the house. They shut the door. Boom. Get up out of here. Who owned that house? Was it a stepmother that's a judge? Because the police supposed to go in that house. Now, even though they don't got a search warrant, but at least they're supposed to walk in and ask a few questions.
Keys out. They didn't come back outside. I do what I need. I left out of their home. Keys. And like I said, when I asked him, he said he wanted to look. And so when he said he couldn't find them, I do what I need. I left out of their home. And like I said, 5 minutes later, he come back out with the keys. And they didn't come back outside anymore until the police came. Because at that time, police were called because we were looking for his wallet. And then they went to the door. But other than that, when they sent the keys out, they locked everything. They didn't want nothing to do with what was outside that door. So that right there is, when you lied to me, it killed all trust in anything you had to say.
They slammed that door in Pop's face and told him to get up out of here. See, somebody just said this in the chat. If you got a missing person going on, and remember, they already reported Nolan missing at this time. They already reported Nolan missing. That's why they're going to the house and everything. If you got a missing report going on, don't you want to look at where the phone are pinging at? And you want to go take a search at the house to make sure that individual is not there? The cops never did that. Because all of them in cahoots with each other. They know each other. You don't think stepmom and the judge don't know the cops in the town? Come on, man. Let's be for real here, man.
Yeah, I was told.
Now, this is the interview with the Coast Guard. Since people don't think it's it's actually could be true, alleged. That's another, a theory that his body part was on land, not the island. So this is the interview that actually the Coast Guard did. Now I want y'all to hear him clearly. They was out there searching according to him. They had them little on throne that made the drones out there. They had the drones out there. You know, you got drones, they're gonna find you. There ain't no high ass Amazon trees going on the island. There ain't none of that shit going on. The shit is flat. So if you got a drone out there, it's gonna find your goddamn body. Why they ain't find his body until Monday morning? But I want y'all to hear what the Coast Guard gotta say though. I'm telling y'all, that shit happened back home on the land. I'm telling y'all, bro.
That there was a boat I was told that there was a boat he thought he was going to get on that was leaving and that he might have been trying to swim to it. The only problem I have with that story is that if the people in the boat knew he was trying to swim to it and they saw him getting carried off with the current, they would have known about it. They would have been able to react to it. Not only that, even if that wasn't the case, if he went into the water at all and became distressed, it was so crowded that day that it seems hard to believe that nobody would have noticed a distressed swimmer in the water. So again, it's a story I was told. There's a lot of reasons why I question it. What I do know is that he went out there with a number of boys that has been his regular friend group since he was young. They were ready to leave at about 3 o'clock. They told him it's time to go. I was told he had started talking to a young lady and he wanted to hang back and keep talking to her, and that he would believe that he could get another ride. Now, some people have been criticizing, saying, "Oh, you never leave your friend." Well, technically, they didn't leave him. He requested to stay behind. And if you know anything about how these barrier islands are and how they're used recreationally, people go out there on one boat, they might come back on another boat. Like it's almost like a community ferry system, because not everybody has a boat, and you might jump on with another group of friends, whatnot. What we have to.
So everybody basically be hopping on boats. It's like a community thing, like he said. They go there, hang out. Oh, I'm gonna go back with Billy over here. Now I'm gonna go back with Jim over there. You know what I mean? Everybody hanging out. You know what I mean? They want to go back home a little later. So basically, everybody kind of like know each other. So if that's the case, right, I'm gonna throw another theory out there. Because pardon me, we get the video that he's on, allegedly Nolan's on another boat with a grown ass man and allegedly supposed to be the girl father. That the boat that we see him on. Why are we not questioning them? What time they got back to the land? The picture in the video we see Nolan allegedly with Katie, and they saying it's her father. We're gonna get to that video too. Why are we not questioning them? And what time they got on the land? since everybody like to boat hop, they like to hop on different boats to try to get back home and chill for a little longer. Why we not questioning the other people then? Why nobody else didn't see Nolan? So it's not. So if you want to sit there and say, yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard to believe that people sit back or they'll just chill a little longer and get a ride with somebody else because it's like a community ferry. So why do we ain't got no other videos, no pictures? We ain't got nothing of Nolan on the island. If that's the case, because last time I recall, we're in the summer. The sun don't go down to about 9 o'clock. You telling me that whole community little ferry thing y'all want to say, nobody ain't got no video of Nolan on another boat getting a ride back or party on another boat? A clearer vision? That shit is bullshit. That's why I don't believe that kid was on that island when he got unalive. Because like I said, there's hundreds of people on that island. That sun don't go down till 9 o'clock at night. You telling me people leave when the sun start going down. So by 4:30, when the boys left, Nolan allegedly stood on the island. He's still partying with joining others. Who's the other people? What time did they leave? And why we ain't got no other videos or photos of them 100 people on the island still before the sun actually went down by 9 o'clock? Everybody go home by the time the sun go down, champs. It's a whole cover up, man. I'm just trying to figure out, did this kid actually got unalive on an island or did it happen actually back home? Let's continue.
Out there requested to stay behind. And if you know anything about how these barrier islands are and how they're used recreationally, people go out there on one boat, they might come back on another boat. Like it's almost like a community ferry system because not everybody has a boat, and you might jump on with another group of friends, whatnot. What we have to find out is after his friends left, who was Nolan in contact with? Who did he believe he was supposed to get a ride back with? Did that boat give him a ride? Did he get on any boat? How did he end up in the water? Did he wade into the water on his own? Did he get on a boat and fall off? That's what we have to find out. On those particular islands, you're not allowed to camp out or be there after dark. And so the rangers, as it gets to be sunset, they start running around looking for, if there's still any boaters or people out there saying, "Hey guys, it's time to go home."
Y'all remember when Pop said when they went there, they seen some tents and all that? It looked like they spent the night there. Now, according to the Coast Guard, he said that shit is illegal against the policy. Nobody supposed to not spend the night on that island. He said they got rangers that come there, goes around that whole island, make sure nobody spent the night there, according to him. But Pops, when he did the press conference, Nolan Well father, Mama Love husband, he said when they got there, when they actually found his body Sunday morning, he said there was a couple of tents there. It was a tent. It was a family there. And it looked like they spent the night before. Pardon me. It was Sunday when they went there and he seen that family because they found his body Monday morning. This shit this doesn't make no sense, to be honest. It really doesn't. Because if Nolan was stuck on an island, he would have came across some people that spent the night on the island. He would have came across some rangers. Because the Coast Guard clearly said that we got rangers that come out there a certain amount of time to make sure people not camping or spending the night overnight, and we make sure we tell them to get back home. So if Nolan was stuck on the island, he would have came across some rangers. Make it make sense. Let's continue with the Coast Guard.
So the rangers, as it gets on his own, did he get on a boat and fall off? That's what we have to find out. On those particular islands, you're not allowed to camp out or be there after dark. And so the rangers, as it gets to be sunset, they start running around looking for, if there's still any boaters or people out there saying, "Hey guys, it's time to go home." So So I would not think that Nolan was just wandering around the island when it got dark. My instinct tells me that he got off the island, either tried to swim off or got off on a boat, and somehow ended up in the water. But because of the Rangers' presence, I don't think it's likely that he just like spent the night on the island or was there after dark.
See what I mean? You got people saying this. You got people that spend the night. You got the Coast Guard saying, "Man, we had Rangers out there and all this." We don't know what the hell to believe. I really believe this kid got unalive on land. I don't care what nobody say, man. Clearly, there's no way in the world, bro. Let's get to this video too. All them people, that's all. Let me tell y'all something. There's hundreds of people there. And somebody clearly said something. I don't know if they do fireworks on the island. So somebody put that in the chat. Do they do fireworks on that island on 4th of July? Did they do some goddamn fireworks too? Because if they did fireworks, obviously some people actually stood there. So my question again, if Nolan decided to stay back to look at the fireworks on the island, I don't know if they do it. I'm just assuming. Nobody still ain't seen him.
To me, this looked like it could be 18-year-old Nolan Wells at another sighting. Let me pull up the photo. Now, y'all see those shorts right there? Let me show y'all the photo of 18-year-old Nolan Wells and the photo of the boys that they had took on the boat, allegedly. Tell me that don't look like 18-year-old Nolan Wells' shorts right there and everything. Also, I've always wondered, what happened to 18-year-old Nolan Wells' red beads? If y'all notice, there was also two people on the front of that boat or whatnot right here that looks to be like it could be the guy that's right there next to Nolan in that photo with the dark blue shorts right there. And then those other shorts look like he can match the other guy with those shorts on, but then the person's hair is kind of off right there. But then you have this guy that's sitting right here, and there's a person that's sitting right there in front of him that he's talking to or whatever, looking at or whatnot. But that guy right there, that guy kind of looks like this guy right here. If this guy was on a boat, does this guy look like it was that guy to y'all? Look at this guy right here, because I go back to the photo. Back to the photo for everybody, so that way y'all can see the other photo. Think of the build, think of the head structure and everything. And look right here. Take a good look, everybody. Take a look. Look at the head. Look at the build and everything. It even looks like the guy.
I think Nolan was fighting with them guys, man. Somebody just said that in the chat. Shout out to Rhonda Monroe. I think it's that. I've been said that. If this shit happened on the island, those are the people we got to question. Who is these individuals? These are grown ass men, and he's still back there trying to chase some. I mean, trying to chase some girl named Katie, and allegedly this is Katie's father and his boat. He might have got in a physical altercation with some grown ass men, and got outnumbered. That's what I put. That's a possibility. That shit crazy, man.
The guy right here is even. Take a good look, everybody. Take a look. Look at the head. Look at the build and everything. It even looks like the guy right here is even wearing glasses on his face at the same time right here. And then this is the name of the boat. The name of the boat also shows at the back of it. Now, I cannot make out the name all the way, but it looks to see something like Big Daddy or something like that. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like it says Big Daddy on the back of that boat right there. Now, I think that they need to be able to get that original video so that way the quality will be way better. That video over there has been slowed down, such like that, and everything. You can't even hear the voices. It might be nice to be able to hear the voices in there. Also, the timestamp of that video as well. Because if that do end up being the guy that's in the photo of the guy that's on the boat, the guy in the photo is Katie's dad, everybody. Well, allegedly that's Katie's dad. At least that's what she posted over there on her channel because I went digging myself and then I seen that photo over there. And it's crazy that I had seen that video before I seen that photo. And I'm like, wait a minute. That looked like that could be the dude that's on the boat. And then I went back to the video. Then I went to the photo. And then I'm like, well, damn. That's kind of a big ass similarity right there. It's kind of a crazy, you know, what they call that, a coincidence?
This shit crazy, man. You got people saying that Nolan, you got friends. Y'all remember the little shepherd kid? Y'all remember he said, yeah, Nolan wasn't in the video. You remember the first viral video that it said Nolan was standing over there with a group of people when they was arguing, and you see a tall black kid with the same trunks. According to Shepard, one of Nolan's fake friends, whatever, he's saying that it's a black kid, whatever. Spencer, yeah, Nolan is not in the video. That's a whole cover up right there because now you trying to say Nolan is not in the video. Then you got the black coach, the black assistant coach, saying that, yeah, Nolan wasn't in the video either. But we never heard that shit from Mama Love and the dad. They never checked it out. They never checked out that video saying that, yo, that's not my son. They know they son more. There's so many narratives they're trying to spin. They're trying to say he wasn't over here. He's not in the video. He's not part of the argument. He's not at the pool party. He's not over here. Where the hell Nolan was at then? Since there was hundreds of people on the island and all this shit that's dropping and people saying that that's not Nolan in none of these pictures and none of these videos or nothing, where the hell Nolan is at then with all the hundreds of people out there? It's 4th of July, like I said. Y'all video recorded and y'all taking photos of your family. I'm pretty much sure Nolan caught up in the back end of one of them photos. This shit is bullshit, man. That's why I don't believe this kid got unalive on the island. And if he did get unalive on the island, we got to start questioning the video that we seen. He was on a boat with a bunch of grown-ass men that he probably didn't even know. But he's chasing a female. We don't know if he was effing Katie. According to the narrative, Ellis, just on shout to my boy, shout to Ellis, man. According to the narrative, they say he just met the girl on an island. So that's when I'm looking like, damn, if you just met this girl on an island, well, maybe, his mom said Nolan got a good ass heart. But you don't know how the girl father is. He could be the most racist probably guy on that island. But you chasing a female. So if he got unalive on the island, we gotta look at the people that the second boat he was on. We gotta look at the second boat. And then we gotta question the boys because why y'all lawyered up and why y'all moving the way y'all moving. It's a lot of questions. It's a lot of questions. Because if you want to say he got unalive on an island, he chased a female on the island, he just met the female on the island, he went and joined a female on her boat, on her family boat, meaning that's her dad boat. His friends left him on the island. They go back home. They got his phone. Who else can we look at that are actually unalive from on the island? But then you got to do a reverse. You got to spin the block. And now you got to look at the friends because you got to question the way they moving. Why y'all moving the way y'all moving and y'all got the phone? Ah, man. Shout out to Warren Hawkins, man, for the $10 super chat. Appreciate that. The mom's friend said that the phone was in Wyatt truck. Thought they said that they called Katie from Nolan's phone. I thought they said that too. You on the same page because I clearly remember the pop said a girl called up there and said no, Nolan Keys is on top of the Xbox. But they said a girl also called and said that she knew when Nolan's phone was at. They put this girl in all these narratives. This narrative, they put a female involved in a phone call. They put a female involved on an island. They put a female involved all this shit. Something funny, man. He said, how if the wire truck and then took 15 minutes to get the phone out the truck? Something funny going on, man. Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? Y'all know y'all done effed up, right? They effed up, man. They effed up. Why was they looking for the phones and not knowing that part? They already put the missing report in. Mama loving them. They got the location, and when they seen the location where his phone was it was at one of their house. That's when they started driving over there trying to go get the phone, see what's going on. But they was acting very suspicious at home when they got there and they arrived trying to get the phone. They sitting back watching a movie in the dark on 4th of July while their friend is missing. That shit doesn't make no sense. Allegedly, Katie father is the one who did everything to no one. Allegedly, Katie father on the live Nolan. That's when the guys that so-called friends were saying, get him. She's talking about the video. In that video, you hear somebody drop the F-bomb, and you actually hear somebody say, get him. Bottom line, all the white people sticking together. Remember that unity. That's a fact. Remember that they used a black man for talking to white pre-civil rights. Why was they looking for the phone? I wonder if it was hollering at Katie. Her dad got mad at her and took him to the boat, then pushed him off. Shit, that's a possibility right there. They said he was a swimmer, but I mean, if you deep in the middle of that water, man, Lord knows. That's a possibility. He was jumped. Well, we've been here about 2 hours, 20 minutes, man. Y'all know how I do, gang. Hopefully, now we get the funeral tomorrow. Hopefully, we get the autopsy tomorrow. I don't know what's taking long with this autopsy. This shit is weird. To be honest, it's very weird. But we got a funeral tomorrow, so I think they're going to show it on TV tomorrow and all that. So we'll see what happens, man. I have a gut feeling they're going to end up dropping the autopsy tomorrow during the funeral. Ocean Springs. I just got a gut feeling. I might be wrong, though. But till then, smash that like button, man. Hype your boy up. Appreciate everybody coming in, joining the live, man. As usual, you know how we do over here. I'm tapping out. We've been here 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm tapping. Oh, I'm out of here, champ. I catch out the ball. I got to give me some rest, man. And hopefully we get some breaking news tonight. We see what happens. But till then, smash that like, that hype, and that sub. Share the video. Keep that notification bell on so you know when I'm dropping my videos and going live. Shout out to all my mods that pulled up. Love all y'all. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to all my members. Team Smoke. Try to grab yours also. I'm up out there, man. Rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. We'll see what happens. I'm out here. If they know, they know. It's your boy Smoke News TV. Salute, gang. I'm out here.
Yeah. This is Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Let's get to it. Smoke News TV, where the truth gets revealed. Every headline getting peeled, every rumor getting grilled. Hip hop industry drama, every deal. If it's making noise, then you know I'm in the field. Smoke News TV. I sit back and wait on it. Cause the truth always rises when the smoke starts clearing. Smoke News TV. We back in the building. Breaking down the latest. Every story got layers. Everybody got opinions. I'ma do the homework first. Looking past the captions, digging deeper than the surface. Cause every viral headline don't determine what the truth is. Beef, contracts, albums, interviews. Who's making power moves? Who's just chasing views? Some call it gossip. I call it research. Connecting every dot before I give my first words. If it's solid, I'ma say it. If it's weak, I'ma call it. If I catch somebody moving funny, that's nasty work. Close Smoke News TV. We back in the bill. Smoke News TV. We back in the. No bias over here. I just call what I see. Whether legends or the rookies, everybody gets reviewed. Culture over clout, that's the code I live by. Every episode, another conversation amplified. So yo, if you're rocking with the movement, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel and hype your boy up. Every time the smoke rises, you already know where to pull up.